Now I'm going to show you the two-person Kodiak tent that we have. This tent in particular is very, very unique in the sense that it holds up best to storms. It's the surface area, because of the height, it's smaller than these 6 foot, 6.5 foot, 7.5 foot tents. Being that way, it's incredible. Some of the tents can be shaking and they all hold up really well, but when they're all shaking and rattling around, this one barely moves because of the height. It's got the telescoping poles here, so it's the most compact out of any of the tents. The swag tent right here actually takes up more space when you include the pad. You roll this up, it actually takes up more space stored than this one. Surprisingly, this comes in one bag. It's got the pull bag inside the main bag with the tent body as well. And it's about this big. I'll show you in just a second. But a couple of the unique features of this is it's got this triangular window. It's got one on both sides. And it's got this sleeve right here that pulls the tent out. And it's got the newer redesigned metal loops. All of our tents have these now. And you can see, instead of just the old nylon strap that they used to have, they improve things throughout the years as they get customer feedback and do more research and things like that. You can see that all of the corners are reinforced with extra stitching, and there's double stitching throughout the core body of the tent. And let me show you inside. So this is officially a two-person tent. You can see it really is a two-person tent. It's not one of those tents where you advertise two-person, but you're in there like sardines. This is just a regular size sleeping bag on a sleeping pad, and you can see this space, this area over here, actually takes up, is larger than the space with this sleeping bag right here. So, a couple of the features in here. These do unzip from the interior. If it rains, you have this huge 3-inch overlap over this zipper right here, so if it rains, you're not going to get rain inside the tent. It's got the best YKK zippers, and if you're a zipper nerd, you'll know what that means. They are the best zippers out there. They're like luggage zippers. They don't jam. You can just, they're just so easy. It's a lot different than the sleeping bag zippers where, they start to come undone if you just, in a resting state, they start to come undone. These are just awesome. And it allows you, with 2 zippers on each side, you can go like this and get some ventilation. And it's got this flap on the outside that I showed you a moment ago. So it actually will even give you a little bit of ventilation even if it's raining. So you can control how much ventilation you want. And then these windows, they do roll up and then they attach right here. So let me show you real quick. You can roll them up like that, attach them with these buttons here, and because there's windows on every wall, no matter what direction the wind's blowing, you're going to get a decent breeze. And then there's the pockets that are sewn underneath both triangular windows. The loops up here, so you can be creative. There's one on the other side too. You can string something, hang an LED lantern or something like that. The windows, like I said, they all zip up watertight. You can roll them up. This window's just rolled up right here. But you can see that everything is designed to keep water out. It's not going to let water in. You've got these pockets right here to, just in case you've got some horizontal rain and it's really beating down. This tent is very, very popular amongst like people who are ATV campers or they need to keep it as lightweight, as compact, as small. This is the most compact of all the Kodiak tents. We get some people that go they pack in with horses and other animals. This one is a really good one to do that with. It comes in this bag, and everything's in this bag. The pole bag, if you want to see how big the poles are, they're a lot smaller than the other Kodiak tents because they telescope. So they actually come to about right here. And the other ones come up to, actually they hit the ceiling. So it's the most compact of all of them. You can see, if you can point the camera in here, the corners are reinforced. The corners have an extra canvas right there, and on the bottom they're reinforced as well. They're welded on the bottom so that you don't get water coming up from the floor. All of the Kodiak tents, which is really cool. Let me show you from the outside. You'll see what I mean. All of the Kodiak tents have what's called a bathtub floor liner, so that it actually kind of sticks up, and it might look a little bit unnatural to see the floor, but if you've got water pooling clear out here, even if it came over this seam for that matter, it's not going to get inside the tent. So very reliable, really awesome tent. Thanks for watching.